Hi, I'm Zen with Alaska.org. You're planning your trip to Alaska and you've probably started to make a list about the things that you want to see and do, which is great, but it's easy to let a list limit your vacation. Alaska is different from other destinations in that our must-sees are not necessarily specific landmarks or destinations. Instead, they're experiences that you can have all over the state. So let's talk about the top experiences that you don't want to miss on your Alaska vacation. You will not have a problem seeing a glacier in Alaska. There are many different ways to see them, such as from the water on a day cruise, from above on a flight-seeing tour, and my personal favorite is there are even a couple of glaciers in the state that you can walk right up to. One of the things that makes Alaska so special is the vast, untouched landscapes. Get in your car, drive for hours, and then look at your map and see how little ground you've actually covered. Or go take a hike in a wide open valley and appreciate the views that go on for miles. The long daylight hours in Alaska bring a kind of freedom that you may have never experienced before. The midnight sun is invigorating, and it makes it easy to stay up late. And if you do, you'll be able to see the beautiful rosy alpenglow that appears on our mountains just before the sun goes down. One of the most exciting experiences that you can have in Alaska is seeing wildlife. But the key is that it's wild. You may see every species that we have in Alaska, and you might not. But you can definitely increase your chances by taking a specific tour, like a fly-in bear viewing trip, and by visiting at the right time of year to see the animal that you most want to see. At this point, we've talked about the big things, like mountains and glaciers, but the little things are just as impressive too. For example, when you visit Denali and you look out on the tundra, you might see these tiny little white flowers. These have survived for months on end under feet of snow in sub-zero temperatures, and they're just one example of the resiliency of life in Alaska. This is exactly the kind of thing that you might overlook if you don't allow yourself to slow down and zero in on the small things. The mountain in Alaska is Denali, and if you see it, it will absolutely take your breath away. But sometimes it's hidden behind the clouds. In fact, some people come to Alaska and they don't get a chance to see Denali. And that's okay, because we promise you will be just as amazed by the other mountains that you see in the state. In fact, from the moment you arrive, you'll be surrounded by them. Alaskans are some of the friendliest people, and we're full of Alaskan pride. We love to talk about our state. They're sure to share stories about their life in Alaska, and you'll have a greater appreciation for the state because of it. So please, don't hesitate to stop us and strike up a conversation. So I encourage you to take a second look at the list that you've made for your Alaska vacation, and instead focus in on these experiences. Because if you do, you will have a fantastic trip to Alaska. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to check out our other videos, and also visit us on Alaska.org.